guys, it's Jen from Corporate. Welcome to episode 2 of When Corporate Calls. I'm really excited. I look forward to recording these episodes now. It gives me something else to do besides prank calls. I am really excited to get into today's topic, which a lot of people don't know very much about my personal life, that I am actually dating for almost 4 years now, one of my TikTok followers. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Obviously, he's not a TikTok follower anymore, but that's how it started off. Back in 2021, I was posting on another account called Fried Babies for Dinner. I think I talked a little bit about that in the first episode of my podcast, how that was my first account, had almost 1 million followers, and then it got deleted. Yeah, now I'm Jen from Corporate, which I prefer better anyway. But so he happened to be following my main account, which back then in 2021, everything was getting flagged and my videos were getting taken down. It was hard to post my prank calls. So I had a backup account where I just spam posted everything. And I specifically remember the exact video. I was walking my dog, Theodore, my little bin pin, down the dead end by my street, and there was a gorgeous sunset in the background. I was frolicking to a little TikTok audio, la la la. And one of the comments were, I wish I could be the dog. Meaning he wished he could be running with me down the street in the sunset. I was aw, cute. Didn't pay any mind to it. And then I posted another video on my spam account talking about how I really wish that the dating pool was a little bit better nowadays. All the men are honestly terrible. I don't want to go on a dating app, and it's hard to meet people organically you used to be able to. So he actually DM'd me, I remember, on June 6th, 2021, and said, let me prove to you that I could make you happy and be someone proud that you can bring home to your parents. And I was I remember exactly responding, hey cutie, and then my number. So I gave him my number. He texted me almost immediately. I think we just chatted for a little bit. I didn't even know his name the first day. His name's Daylan, by the way. Daylan, Daylan. I love that. It goes for a girl and a guy, so I definitely want my child to be named Daylan. Love that. So he texted me almost immediately. We chatted for a day, and I didn't answer that night, and he texted me again in the morning and said, in order to have a conversation and get to know each other, you have to respond. I was oh, bet. I like the initiative. That showed initiative. I love that. So cute. So from that day on, we FaceTimed and spoke every single day for about 6 months until I finally booked a plane ticket to a small town in North Carolina called Mount Olive. Shout out to Mount Olive. It is the home of the pickle. And on New Year's Eve, instead of a ball drop, they have a pickle drop. And there's probably 10 people that show up. They're so cute. It's such a small little town. They have a pickle gift shop. I love them. Mount Olive pickles, guys. Hello? Honestly, I don't really love their pickles. I prefer Clausen better. Or a farmer's market dill pickle is way better than a jarred or a store pickle. Okay, me talking about pickles instead of this whole love story. Anyway, I booked a flight and I decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. My friend lived out in North Carolina, so I booked a hotel an hour from her house and an hour from his house, right smack in the middle, so they could both come visit me. I met him on July 17th, 2021, and that was the best day of my life. The minute he walked in my hotel room to meet me, it was love at first sight. I knew I needed myself a country boy in my life, and he's not super yeehaw and doesn't really have a heavy accent. He just the right amount of country. I love him, and he's in Jersey now. He fits so well in Jersey here. Now he's a Jersey boy. He's wearing his Abercrombie camo and stuff. But our love story is great, and it's also very what? When people ask how do you guys meet? And we're oh, TikTok, and they're oh. I'm no, it's not what you think. It's super organic and cute, I think, the way we met. It's not a dating app. But we spent 2 weeks together, or 10 days or whatever. I was down there, and it was really heartbreaking leaving. From after that, we did long distance for the next 3 years, 2.5 years, 3 years, I don't know. We're almost dating 4 years. So we did long distance for a majority of our relationship, 3 years of it. So we did long distance, and we visited each other every 6 months that we could. I would fly down, and he flew down once or twice to here at the end. And then now he lives here. But people are like, how'd you do long distance? How'd you do long distance? It's super, super easy when it's with somebody that you love and trust. Like, I love and trust him, and he thinks that, like, I'm the shit. And he knows he can't do better than Jen from Corbett. So, like, his eyes are, like, laser beamed to me and me only. His following list on Instagram, men, 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 me, men, men, men. Like, I am so lucky and so blessed, and I don't take what I have for granted, like, at all. I'm actually waiting for his text because he's coming to pick me up. We're going for lunch. And he's actually going back to visit his family in North Carolina on Monday. And I'm not going because my dog's a diabetic and I just like to be here for her. She requires insulin twice a day. She was hospitalized a couple years ago, and I'm a super hands-on dog mom. So I need to, like, be here. I know my mom and my dad will take care of her, but not like I will. And I'm like, I have FOMO. I'm gut-wrenched. I'm heartbroken that this is going to be the first time that we're separated in a minute. And it kind of gives me, like, PTSD back to when we did long distance. And I know it's not that big of a deal, but I'm going to miss him. He's, like, my only friend. I don't do anything besides go to school, take care of my dog, post videos for you guys, and wait for him to get off work. So I probably need some friends. I need a social life, but I'm like 25 though. I feel like I'm over the social life. Like, I like to go, what I like to do for fun is go out for lunch and go out for dinner. I like to be home and lights out in bed by like 8, 9 o'clock. Like, not even, like, I'm home way before that. I just like to be sleeping by then. But yeah, I'm trying to think of some questions that you guys asked me, because that's our love story. We're doing great. He lives here in Jersey now, and we're definitely gonna get married. Like, that's like 1,000%. We're getting married, but not anytime soon. There's no rush. So weird. Some people, like, in my grade are like have like 3 kids already. Like, I am 25, I guess, but like, it's just so crazy to think about. But yeah, our love story is great. I'm super thankful. I'll have to get him on a little podcast episode next time. But that's all, guys, for my little love story. I'm trying to think of what else we can talk about. Wait, I have questions. I posted a Instagram poll. Okay, here's a question from Mr. Scout 08. It says, would you ever let a fan pay a subscription to have your stinky socks sent monthly? Literally, yes, but like for so much money. Because, like, I'm just not doing that. Because I first of all, my socks are so good. Like, that's the reason why I'm not sending you my socks. I buy, like, thick quality, expensive wool socks. You're not getting them. Oh, I got a good question. What has been my favorite call I've ever done? My favorite call I've ever done has to be this one, where she put me in literal tears.
Everybody, for a chance to win $1,000 extra on your next paycheck, we're asking... I know.
She was so excited.
You don't even need a pen. Listen. Okay. It's for Halloween. We're doing like a fun little, Halloween competition. So it's whoever does the best impression of a ghost with asthma.
A ghost?
And then watch. She put me in literal tears. I was dying. That's my favorite one. Ghost with asthma. And then this one. Oh, this one, when I made her sound like a cow that was being milked too hard. That's the second one. She felt so uncomfortable. Love that. Okay, next question. Are you a psychopath, and what is it like to be a psychopath? That's from Will the Wise 3406. No, I'm not a psychopath. I'm just fun and silly sometimes. How do you start calling people the most random names? That just started because I don't know. I'm just random. I have always said random things at random times, and why not incorporate it to my feet pic? To my feet pics? I was reading a thing that said feet pics now. Why not incorporate it into my calls? First of all, I should have never posted that story the other day. I was like, because I got a DM and it said, I want to buy your feet pics, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, serious inquires only, guys. Like, you can't be offering me like $10, $20. I need like hundreds. No questions. I just want to be your friend. Sure, Brittany, we can be friends. Will you ever make content other than prank calls. I'm making a podcast right now, Sarah Day. Let me respond to him. I'm making a podcast literally right now. There you go. What would you do if, when you said okay, so he said yes would go? Yeah, that's really good. I'm going to use that today in a prank call. Did you enjoy high school? No. I went to a private Christian high school with the most non-Christian people right down the street. I'm not even going to shout them out. I won't even tell you. Actually, yeah, I will. Wait. Next question. Do you wash it after? Yes. What's the worst thing you've done as a child? Honestly, I was a really good child and I was a really good teenager. So, you guys think I'm like some menace because these prank calls? You ain't seen nothing. I've never worked at a call center. That's another question I just got. Do I have any pet peeves with making these prank calls? No. How old is me and my boyfriend? I'm 25 and he's 21. I'm a little older. He calls me a cougar. That's really it, guys. I'm going to save the rest that's on my mind for next week. So come back next week. I'll answer more questions that you guys have. And I don't know what I'll talk about. I'll figure it out. But I'll talk about something. So bye, guys. Tune in next week. Mwah. I love you. Say it back.